Sir, in the last videos, we covered about inheritance, next encapsulation. These two modules we covered very clearly, right? Sir, now the next cinema, what we have to start? Polymorphism concept. Sir, under polymorphism, we have to discuss overloading, overriding, these kind of things we have to discuss in detail, right? But before talking about overloading and overriding, one very important concept we have to discuss, because that concept I'm always keep on using in overloading and overriding. What is that concept is? Method signature. Are you getting? Sir, you people should have clear clarity about method signature. Method signature. What is the signature of a method? Okay, like, can you please tell, if I'm taking a Java method, public void m1 method I'm taking, int I, or let me take int return type instead of void return type, int return type I'm taking, public int m1 of int I float f. Okay, this is about my method. Can you please tell what is the signature of this method? Yes, friends, which is called method signature. What is the signature of this method? Very important, because in overloading, method signatures must be different. In overriding, method signatures must be same. Like several times we are going to use the word method signature. That's why you people should have clear clarity. What is the method signature? Can you please tell, sir, for this method, which is called method signature? Yes, friends. Okay, please make sure method signature consists of method name. Method name. Sir, what is the method name? M1. Method name. What is the method name? M1. Next, followed by argument types. Are you getting? Sir, int, comma, float. Okay, that's all. This is called method signature. Method signature contains method name followed by argument types. Remember this one, sir. So here just only types. Here int I am not considering, because it's a variable. It can be any variable name, can be anything, but type int. Second ones are float. Even this order is also important. First we took what? Int. Next we took what? Float. That's why method signature contains method name followed by argument types. Clear for all of, right? Sir, who is going to use method signature? Next, what about return type? Return types are int return type is there. Please make sure in other languages like C++, return type is part of method signature, but not in Java, sir. In Java, return type is not part of method signature. Remember, method signature contain only method name followed by argument types. Okay, well, clear for all of, right, which is called method signature. Okay, well. Now, who is going to use method signature? Sir, very simple. Compiler will use this method signature while resolving method calls. Are you getting who is going to use, right? Compiler will use method signature while resolving method calls. Sir, what it means? I will explain a small chota example, then you people can get much clarity here. Just observe that. I'm taking a simple class test. Assume that class test I'm taking, sir. Now here public void m1, like this I have public void m1 of int I, sir. Public void m1 of int I. Sir, public void m1. Okay, m2, let me take m2 of string s. M2 of string s, like this I have. Now just sir, this is about how many methods are there inside test class? 2 methods are there, sir. Now sir, just I'm creating an object test t is equal to new test. I want to call these 2 methods, right? Sir, do you know, whenever we are making a call, t dot m1 of 10, t dot m2 of Durga, something like, I'm just calling these methods, right? Sir, whenever we are performing method calls, compiler should check whether these methods are available inside test class or not. You are getting? How the compiler will check, sir? So while resolving method calls, compiler is always going to use method signature. Remember this one, sir. Now for this class, for every class, compiler will maintain one table which is called method table. Remember this one. For every class, compiler will maintain one table. What is that table, sir? Method table. For that class, it's going to maintain method table for test class, right? Sir, how many methods are there? Two methods, sir. What is the signature of first method? M1 of int. M1 of int. What is the signature of second method? M2 of string. Regarding M2 of string, sir, method signature contains only method name followed by argument types. Now, sir, observe that T dot M1 of 10. How the compiler can decide, sir, is it a valid method call or not? Very simple, sir. You are calling M1 and T. T is what type, sir? Tester type. Observe, this type of orientation must be required next. You are calling M1 method on T. T is what type? Tester type. Are you getting? Now, which argument you are passing? Int type. So, inside the tester class, is there any method which can take int type as the argument or not? Yes, there is a method which can take int type as the argument. Are you getting? Inside the tester class, is there any method which can take int type as the argument? Yes, there is a method is there. Compiler feels that, yes, it is the legal. Are you getting? Similarly, so T dot M2 of Durga, you are calling M2 method and T is what type? Tester type. By passing which one as the argument? String as the argument. Is there any M2 method inside tester class with the string argument? Yes, man. With this method signature, there is a method is there with this signature. That's why happily it is going to call. Clear, right? Sir, now take very special care. Now I am calling T dot M3 of 10.5. T dot M3 of 10.5. Immediately compiler will check. Array, you are calling M3 method and T by passing double as the argument. 10.5 floating point literal by default double type, right? So now you are calling M3. You are calling double as the argument. M3 method and T. T is what type? Tester type. T is what type? Tester type. Now in the tester class, is there any M3 method with a double as the argument or not? No such type of method. With the required signature, there is no method. Immediately, compiler is going to object, boss, no such type of method. Are you getting? No such type of method. Like this, immediately, compile method by default you are going to get. Are you getting right? So, what is a method signature? Who is going to use these method signatures? Compiler will use these method signatures while resolving method calls. Clear, right? Sir, let me execute what exact compile method you are going to get. I will show here. Observe that carefully, sir. Here observe that, sir. Here forget about all this stuff. I don't want to worry. Sir, here inside class tester, I'm taking one method, public void M1 method of int I as the argument. This is the first method, sir. Public void M2 method which can take string as the argument, string yes. Like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, that's all. This is about M1 and M2, two methods are there. Now, sir, I'm trying to take tester T is equal to new tester. Tester T is equal to new tester. T dot M1 of 10. Can you please tell, is it valid or not? Yes, friends. Is it valid or not? Yes, because you are calling M1 and T. T is what type? Tester type. Sir, M1 with the int as the argument. Is there any method with the signature or not? Yes. That's why perfectly itself is valid. Clear for all of you, right? Okay. Sir, let me execute this code. Here, observe that. Let me compile Java C test.java. Perfectly valid. Perfectly valid. We are not facing any problem at all, right? Similarly, T dot M2 method bypassing Durga as the argument. Are you getting? T.m2 method by passing Durga as the argument. Yes, this one is also perfectly valid, sir. No problem at all, because with the required method signatures already, sir, methods are available. That's why no problem at all. But now observe carefully, sir. M3 method by passing 10.5 as the argument. Are you getting? Immediately comparative method by default you are going to get. Can you please observe what is that comparative method, sir? What is that comparative method? Cannot find the symbol. Which is symbol, sir? Method M3 of double. Have you observed, right? What is this, M3 of double? But there is no such type of method. There is no such type of method with this signature. Have you observed, right? Method name followed by argument types. With this signature, my compiler unable to find any method. That's why immediately comparative method we are going to get. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, now observe very carefully about this one. What is method signature and who is going to use method signature? Method signature contains method name followed by argument types. Who is going to use method signature? Compiler will use method signature while resolving method calls. Clear, friends? Up to this? Sir, there is one very important point is there related to method signature. What is that point is? Just observe that carefully, sir. Sir, I'm taking class test. I'm taking class test. Public void M1. Public void M1 of int I. Like this, I have one method is there, sir. Next, public int M1. Public int M1 of int J is there. And here return type is a int. That's why it is expecting some int value. Return 10. It is expecting some int value, right? That's all. This is the method what we have. Now my question is, take very special care about this terminology, right? Can you please tell, if I'm taking, let me create an object. Assume that I'm creating an object. Test T is equal to new test. Test T is equal to new test. T dot M1 by passing 10 as the argument. Sir, I'm calling M1 method by passing 10 as the argument. Can you please confirm which method is going to get in the chance? Friends, please respond. Which method is going to get in the chance? Either first method or second method. Are you getting? Either first method or second method. Sir, if you are taking like this, immediately comparative method we are going to get. If we are taking like this, immediately comparative method we are going to get. What is the reason for that? The reason is, do you know, within the same class, two methods with the same signature is not allowed. Sir, because whenever you are calling like this, which method has to respond? Because this method matched. Even this method also matched. Are you getting this method? What is the signature of this method? What is the signature of this method? M1 of int, sir. What is the signature of this method? M1 of int. M1 of int. That's all. Now, two methods with the same signature. Two methods with the same signature itself is there. Are you getting? Two methods with the same signature itself is nothing but not at all acceptable. Because if any person is calling M1 by passing int value, which M1 method has to respond? It is always a problem. That's why. So within the class, two methods with the same signature is not allowed, sir. Whether we are calling or not calling, immediately comparative method we are going to get saying M1 of int is already defined in test class. Pass is already defined. Why you are redefining again another method with the same signature? Like that comparative method we are going to get. Clear for all, right? So the important conclusion here is, within a class, two methods with the same signature not allowed. By mistake, if you are trying to take comparative method, we will get, even though return types are different. Are you getting? One is void, but the second one is int. Even return types are different, but make sure, okay, within the same class, two methods with the same signature not allowed. Sir, let me check this one. Sir, which comparative method we are going to get, I will show. Have a look once. I'm taking class test, public void m1 of int I, okay, like public void m1, public int m1 of int k. Can you please tell what is the signature of first method? Please respond. What is the signature of first method, sir? M1. What is the signature? M1 of int. Are getting M1 of int. What is the signature of second method? Yes, second method signature is also M1 of int. So both the methods having the same signature. That's why immediately comparative method we are going to get. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, let me cross check. Observe carefully, right? Now let me compile. What is that comparative method, sir? Method m1 of int is already defined in test. Why you are redefining again? What is this m1 of int, sir? This is called method signature. Are you getting? With this signature, already a method you defined. Why you are redefining again? This is the comparative method by default we are going to get. I hope everyone can able to understand, right? So these are the important loopholes you people should aware. What is method signature? Next, who is going to use method signature? Next, within the same class, if two methods having the same signature, what will happen? Immediately comparative method we are going to get. Clear for you? Okay, that's all.